Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I didn't return to you sooner for a video. I was just sleeping for a while, and I've been sleeping a lot more lately, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know why. It's just I get tired so easily. I was up till 1 o'clock last night, or almost 1 o'clock, and then I just went to bed after that. But I'm returning to you for the worst albums of 2021 so far. Hopefully, I don't have to do parts for it. Hopefully, I can get all these albums out of the way in this one video. But I'm going to discuss what I'm going to be talking about from 1 to 7, which albums are the worst, and let you know what I thought of each album. So, let's start with number 1, which is Florida Georgia Line with Life Rolls On. Now, they're back again with another album that came out earlier this year, like 6 months ago, and this album was total bullshit. It's a waste of time, and it's the same thing that they're going for with talking about their trucks, talking about their women, talking about mostly complaining about a lot of things, and it's mostly that they go with the same concept over and over, or this idea with talking about the trucks, the women, the beers, and getting drunk and all that shit. And I'm like, this is the lamest album I've ever heard. This is probably worse than Can't Say I Ain't Country, and it was. There's a song called Beer 30 on this album, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, just shoot me, please. I'm just speaking figuratively. I'm not meaning literally. uh, but yeah, I might have said the wrong word, so if I did, I'm sorry. I'm just over exaggerating a bit. So, yeah. But at number 1, I picked Florida Georgia Line with Life Rolls On. I was gonna say the wrong word. Fuck this album. At number 2, I picked Serge Tankian with Elasticity EP. Now, I know I shouldn't add EPs with my album ratings, but when I was hearing this, I was just in awe, like, this is just disappointing. But at the same time, it was bad. There's a song called Your Mom on here, and I'm like, why did he have to make a song about that? And there's other songs on there that were pretty bad, like, I think the first track on there, I can't remember what it was, but it's been a few months since I've heard it, and I didn't like it. I really did not like this EP from Serge Tankian from System of a Down. Uh, it was his worst one. And I know he made another extended play like months later, and I just didn't want to check it out. I was just very unsure and was like, maybe this will suck too, kind of type of thinking I was thinking at the time. But yeah, I did not like Electric Caravan was okay. I think there were some songs that were quite annoying, to be honest. There's only like 5 songs on this EP, and I didn't like it. So, at number 2, I picked Serge Tankian with Elasticity. At number 3, I picked the Veronicas with Godzilla. There's one song on here that's so lame, which is called Stealing Cars, and I was like, oh my god. But the title track was even horrible. I couldn't stand the title track. At least they had Human come out, and that was decent. That wasn't their best work, but it was decent. Godzilla was horrible. The album itself was horrible. The last song, Sugar Daddy, was so annoying. I was just really disappointed. But track number 11 was not too bad. I actually enjoyed that. And yeah, this was the most disappointing album. I was really disappointed with this record. And I had to give it the rating it deserved. Because I just didn't like the Veronicas' first album that came out for this year. So at number 3, I picked the Veronicas with Godzilla. And at number 4 is AJR with OK Orchestra. This album, man, such cringe. And I gave it like a 5 out of 10 if I remember correctly. But now looking back on it, I might downgrade it a little more because Christmas in June is so cringy and not their best song. I did give it a 3 out of 5 when I listened to that song. But now I'd give it like a 2 out of 5 because fuck that song. It's so cringy, and the title itself alone just makes you want to vomit. Like, the way that the lead singer is singing it, you'll have to remind me in the comment section below what AJR's lead singer's name is, because it's been a little bit since I've reviewed an AJR album, but, well, a few months, but yeah, there were other songs on here like The Trick. That was so annoying. Ordinary-ish People, that was dumb. Humpty Dumpty was stupid. It was the worst fucking song. Way Less Sad was... it was still disappointing. I didn't like it. But Christmas in June, they just released a video for it, and I was like, why release a video on an island when it's called Christmas in June? I'm like, what the fuck is that about? The video sucked anyway. I was just like, this is stupid. But it is one of the worst albums this year. And the opening track, I think, was called OK Orchestra. And didn't like it. It was so annoying. The ba da 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 da. I just can't stand AJR. And they're one of the worst pop trio bands I've ever heard. And they literally are making a rep for themselves at being the worst, cringiest artists or trio band that I've ever heard. So, at number 4, I picked AJR with OK Orchestra. Number 5, I picked Attila with Closure. There's a song on here called Metalcore Manson on that album, and that was so horrible. That was not good. Where they're playing metalcore music, but at the same time, they're just rapping at the same time, and that does not blend well. So, yeah, fuck that album, for sure, and fuck that song. There were other songs on here that were, I think the first 2 songs were fine. Fine, I meant to say, sorry, I almost thought I was gonna hiccup or whatever. And, yeah, the first 2 songs were fine, but everything else about the album sucked. So I don't know if there's much more to say on this album. So at number 5, I picked Attila with Closure. Number 6, I picked Iggy Azalea with The End of an Era. This album is gonna probably come down to being the worst album of this year. And there's a reason why. Because in this album, she experiments with rapping and dubstep music as well. Like the trap beats and the dubstep along with it, and it does not blend well. And the way she's rapping the songs, I'm like shaking my head, like kind of like that, face palming or whatever. I hated this album, to be honest. And this was the worst fucking album I've ever heard. And I just wish this artist would just stay gone from music because she's not good. This is one of the worst rappers, in my opinion, that I've ever fucking heard. So, I'm glad she's retiring, so that's a good thing, but I think she should stay retired, in my personal opinion, because here on my channel, you don't get any respect, Iggy Azalea. Uh, I don't really like your music, to be honest. So, yeah, fuck that artist, fuck her music, and at number 6, I picked Iggy Azalea with The End of an Era. There were some songs on that album that were okay, but no, I just still didn't like the album. So, yeah, number 6, Iggy Azalea, The End of an Era. And finally, at number 7, Lil Lotus with Error Boy. This album, like I said in the review, can literally go die in a hole and never see the light of day again. Because that's how bad this album was. Because it just. Doctor was so annoying. I couldn't stand it. And the way he's singing and kind of cracked up screaming kind of thing, it just bothered me. And I was just at the point where I was like, oh my god, this is hurting my ears kind of shit. Or probably gonna make my ears bleed. Just speaking figuratively. But still, I think the first two songs were fine. Like Romantic Disaster and Think of Me Tonight. After that, the album started to go downhill. And Girl Next Door, Butterfly Kiss was average. Those two songs were average, along with Lips That Kill, which Lips That Kill is kind of cringy, to be honest. It's not my favorite song. And then, No Getting Over This was, not very good, to be honest. But the worst song was Fake Love. I could not stand that song. It was really bad. So, in my personal opinion, Lil Lotus's new album can just go fuck itself. Because this artist and his album that he just made is not good. So, that's just my personal opinion on what I think of these albums that I just mentioned. So, at number 7, I picked Lil Lotus with Error Boy. That is going to be it for this worst albums of 2021 so far video. Comment below and let me know what your worst albums of 2021 so far are. And if you like this worst albums of 2021 so far video I made for you guys this afternoon, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for the iCarly reboot season 1 episode 12 review. It's gonna be out in a little bit. I gotta watch the episode first, and then yeah, I'll get to the review. But I hope you enjoyed this worst albums of 2021 so far video. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible, and I'll have more track reviews to do a little later. So stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next review.